everyone. My name is Megan McBride, and I am a former adult learner and current adult education program administrator serving as the alumni advisor to the COABE Board of Directors. I am so excited to be here today talking with Jamie Harris from World Education and Bayo Adetunji from the Maryland Department of Labor. Jamie and Bayo will be discussing the article they wrote entitled Digital Literacy Resources for Advancing Instructional Practices, Learner Engagement, and Student Outcomes, which will be published in the upcoming Technology and Adult Learning Digital Literacy for All edition of the COABE Journal. It was my pleasure to be on the editorial team for this edition of the journal, and I found this article helpful as a practitioner because it describes two incredibly useful digital literacy resources for use with our adult learners. So, Jamie and Bayo, welcome, and thank you so much for being here with us today. If you would, please give us a brief introduction and tell us a little bit about yourselves. We'll start with Jamie and then Bayo.
Thank you, Megan. My name is Jamie Harris, everyone. I am currently the Digital Skills Senior Technical Advisor at World Education. Previously, while writing this article, I was an Adult Education Program Specialist at the Maryland Department of Labor with my colleague, Bayo.
Thank you, Jamie. Hello, everyone. My name is Bayo Adetunji, and I'm still an education program specialist at the Maryland Department of Labor.
Great. Thank you so much, Jamie and Bayo. And thank you for the work you've done to advance the field of adult literacy and for that introduction. So tell us, why did you write this article for the COABE Journal?
So during my time at the Maryland Department of Labor, Bayo and I had the privilege of leading the development of the digital literacy framework and the supplemental instructor implementation guide. And we did this in collaboration with practitioners in the field in adult education in Maryland and in other states. Creating the resources and tools that are effective is very important, and it has to be useful for practitioners. We didn't want to create a guide that just sat on the shelf. So what that means is there has to be some evaluation. This article was written to define and introduce the elements of digital literacy, to explore two innovative resources that were aforementioned, and that have informed and supported learner engagement in instructional settings. And we also wanted to examine the impact of these resources.
Great, thank you so much. I love that you brought in the perspective of practitioners in developing it. So how will adult education practitioners benefit from reading your article, and how in turn will that benefit their learners?
Some adult education practitioners may not be familiar with the digital literacy framework for adult learners or the supplemental instructor implementation guide. So the role of defining digital literacy for adult learners, providing examples of how digital literacy elements have been and can be implemented into various contexts of value to those practitioners. We wanted to share the collaborative work done in Maryland and in partnership with other states for the benefits of the adult education field and learners who need to develop and improve their digital literacy in life, academia, and employment.
Additionally, evaluation of the resources, as I mentioned before, is important. And one of the benefits of the surveys used in evaluation was the feedback on how the resources supported practitioners' work in the field. Not only do respondents share how they have seen the implementation of lesson activities, but also the student impact of digital literacy integration in the classroom.
I also wanted to add that lastly, we wanted to present the importance and effectiveness of relevant professional development that embraces collaboration, creativity, and adaptation. Local programs can use the resources and survey feedback to assist them in the implementation of the framework and the guide.
That's excellent. Thank you so much. What do you hope the readers will take away from this article?
First of all, our goal was to promote digital literacy, and an understanding of the elements of digital literacy is one. We also wanted to share the fact that the elements are interconnected and transferable. Adult learners need to be intentional about the development of digital literacy skills. As we know, digital literacy is not only valuable in academia, but also in life and employment. We also wanted to share the two resources to promote an awareness of the framework and an awareness of the implementation guide, and also of the curated resources that are included in the document.
And additionally, we wanted to focus on implementation. So we know that digital literacy can and should be integrated into instruction, and that practitioners have a role in adapting what is provided for the effective implementation of digital literacy. We also wanted to show ideas of how the lesson activities and curated resources can be used in instructional contexts, as well as an awareness of some challenges that can be faced with implementations, as well as some solutions.
Fantastic. So, excuse me, to wrap things up here, Jamie and Bayo, do you have any additional comments you'd like to share?
Well, we want to say thank you to COABE and to you, Megan, for the opportunity to share quantitative and qualitative outcomes of evaluation, and more importantly, focus on digital literacy and tech integration in adult education, which we know is of such importance in adult ed.
In addition, I would also wanted to add that the Maryland Department of Labor would like to extend our gratitude to all the practitioners who contributed, participated, and supported the development of the resources, as well as implemented digital literacy into their programming. We encourage the use of these resources and the feedback provided to support their learners.
And of course, I have to put in a plug. I want to encourage practitioners interested in expanding their knowledge of digital literacy and digital resilience to stay tuned to the EdTech Center at World Education, because there is a project I'm working on right now that focuses on digital literacy. And there are also some past and some other projects that would be of interest to those practitioners. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, COABE.
Thank you. That's really exciting to hear about. Bayo, were you going to say something else?
Sorry. I said thank you.
Oh, okay. So Jamie and Bayo, thank you again for taking the time to speak to our readers today, and for taking the time to write and share such a timely and powerful resource with the field. Again, everyone, their article, Digital Literacy Resources for Advancing Instructional Practices, Learner Engagement, and Student Outcomes, will be published in the Technology and Adult Learning Digital Literacy for All edition of the COABE Journal. Thank you again, Jamie and Bayo. It was great to talk to you today.
Thank you.
Thank you.